In the heart of London, where the air buzzed with the vibrant energy of bustling markets and honking carriages, Oliver wandered through narrow streets, his spirit weighed down by the pressures of artistic failure. He was an artist in his late 20s, haunted by a blank canvas and the expectations of friends who believed in him more than he believed in himself. As he meandered through the city, a weathered sign caught his eye, Dorrington Lane. Intrigued, he felt an inexplicable pull toward the alley, despite the locals' whispers warning him of its ominous presence. Stepping into Dorrington Lane, he was enveloped by a thick fog that seemed to breathe around him. The familiar sounds of the city faded, replaced by an eerie stillness that awakened a flicker of curiosity in his heart. With each hesitant step, he sensed something ancient and alive in the mist, a whisper of forgotten stories waiting to be uncovered. Little did he know, the very fog that surrounded him was alive with secrets and the echoes of the past, beckoning him further into its embrace. As Oliver stepped onto Dorrington Lane, the atmosphere shifted dramatically, the bustling world of London fading into a soft, haunting silence. The fog descended like a shroud, wrapping around him until the familiar neighborhood felt distant and dreamlike. Each breath he took was thick with an otherworldly energy, tinged with the whispers of countless forgotten stories. Shapes loomed in the distance, their outlines distorted, as if the fog itself was a living entity, inviting him further into its depths. A tingle danced across Oliver's skin, a thrilling mix of dread and intrigue cascading through him. Shadows flickered at the corner of his eye, and with each cautious step, the air filled with an undercurrent of secrets, the remnants of a time long erased. As he ventured deeper, curiosity battled against caution, drawing him toward the heart of the fog, where he felt a pulse, a connection to something ancient and profoundly alive. As the fog swirled thickly around him, Oliver felt a chill crawl up his spine. It parted suddenly, revealing a figure standing before him, a girl in a flowing white dress. Her long hair cascaded around her shoulders like wisps of smoke. Her translucent form shimmered in the dim light, and her eyes, deep pools of sorrow, met his gaze with a haunting familiarity. "Who are you?" Oliver stammered, captivated, yet terrified, questioning if he had finally succumbed to delirium. "I am Alara," she replied softly, her voice like a gentle breeze, lost in these shadows for too long. Confusion clouded his mind, but a magnetic pull drew him closer. He sensed a story yearning to be told, an echo of something familiar that transcended time. As Alara stepped forward, their worlds collided, igniting a spark of curiosity that would unravel the tangled threads of history binding them together. Under the weight of their shared gaze, the fog thickened, wrapping them in a tapestry of secrets, waiting to be unveiled. As a shimmering light flickers in the fog, Alara reaches out to Oliver, and with a gentle whisper, transports him into her memories. The air shifts, and suddenly Oliver stands in a sun-drenched garden, surrounded by vibrant flowers in full bloom. He sees a young Alara, her laughter ringing through the air as she dances with friends in a bustle of skirts and waistcoats. Faint echoes of Victorian London enveloped him, the clatter of horse-drawn carriages, the sweet melodies of street performers, and the scent of freshly baked pastries wafting from nearby stalls. Ilara's voice resonates in his mind, sharing snippets of her life, her dreams of becoming an artist, the warmth of her family, and her aspirations painted vividly in her heart. But beneath this joyous facade, a shadow looms, hinting at the betrayal that awaits. As Oliver watches the fleeting moments of her life, he feels an inexplicable bond forming, igniting a spark within him that he thought long extinguished. Ilara's voice trembled as she revisited the moments leading to her disappearance. "I trusted him," she said, her spectral eyes heavy with sorrow. Oliver leaned in closer, captivated yet pained by her tale. She spoke of a charming suitor, a young man whose words had woven dreams into her heart. But beneath his smiles lay darkness. Jealousy and greed festered, molding a betrayal that shattered her world. As she recounted that fateful night, the chilling memory hung in the air, cloaked in the fog's embrace. Oliver could feel her anguish as if it were his own. He thought of his struggles with trust, the fragility of human connections, and how easily they could fray. A profound empathy blossomed within him, bridging their realities. In that moment, Oliver realized that understanding the weight of loss was crucial, not only to Alara's haunting, but to the very essence of what it meant to love and be loved. As the days passed, Oliver found himself increasingly drawn to Alara, their conversations blossoming into a beautiful friendship. With each ethereal meeting, her laughter echoed through the fog, stirring something within him that had long been dormant. They shared whispers of dreams and aspirations under the shroud of mist, Alara revealing her passion for painting while encouraging Oliver to rediscover his own artistic voice. He sketched her amidst the swirling fog, capturing not just her haunting beauty, but the light of hope she brought into his life. In that enchanted space between their worlds, Oliver felt a spark of inspiration he hadn't experienced in years. Each brushstroke became a dialogue, a celebration of Alara's dreams intertwining with his own creative longing. They stood side by side, spirits soaring, as the fog danced around them, enveloping their bond in both magic and melancholy. It was a connection forged in the heart of the past, yet fully alive in the present. As time slipped by in Dorrington Lane, Oliver found himself irresistibly drawn into the enchanting world Alara inhabited. The boundaries of reality began to blur, and he marveled at how the fog, once a veil of uncertainty, now felt like an inviting embrace. Yet a nagging unease crept into his heart. The more he engaged with Alara, the more he neglected the vibrant life outside the mist. His friends' calls became distant echoes, their concern lost amidst laughter shared with a ghost. In the soft, swirling fog, he experienced moments of sheer beauty, interspersed with flashes of dread. Each encounter with Alara deepened his longing, urging him to linger a little longer. The veil between their worlds began to thin, leaving Oliver mesmerized yet terrified. He could feel the weight of his choices pressing down, a palpable reminder that the allure of the unknown held both inspiration and danger. As Alara's laughter danced around him, shadows of doubt lurked, whispering caution in the depths of his mind. Oliver sat in his dimly lit studio, staring blankly at his canvas, the vibrant colors blending into a haze. The enticing whispers of Dorrington Lane tugged at his thoughts, reminding him of the ethereal bond he had formed with Alara. But as the real world encroached, his friends' persistent calls began to cut through the fog. They expressed concern, worry woven into each tone, questioning his prolonged absence from social gatherings. "Where have you been, Oliver?" a voice echoed from his phone, breaking the enchanting spell of the misty memory. He clenched the phone tightly, torn between the vibrancy of Alara's world and the reality awaiting him. Each message felt like a reminder of responsibilities he was neglecting, the weight of expectations pressing down on him. With a heavy sigh, Oliver turned back to his canvas, battling the internal struggle. How could he choose between a realm that offered solace and the life he had once known? As Oliver stood shrouded in the fog, a chill of foreboding crept up his spine. The atmosphere thickened with an unsettling energy, and Alara's expression shifted from serene to anxious. "There's something here with us," she whispered, her voice trembling like a fragile leaf in the wind. a presence I felt even before I vanished. With every heartbeat, Oliver felt the weight of her words settle in his chest, mixing dread with a fierce protectiveness. What is it? He asked, his heart racing. Ilara's gaze turned distant, haunted by memories of betrayal, the specter of her past lurking just beyond their sight. The one who betrayed me, she murmured. They seek to reclaim my spirit. You must be careful. Oliver's mind spun with disbelief and fear, yet he felt an electric pull of responsibility. He couldn't let the darkness consume her again. Together they stood defiantly against the fog, fully aware that danger lurked just beyond the mist. The fog thickened around them, swirling like a living entity, as Oliver and Ilara pressed deeper into the labyrinth of Dorrington Lane. Without warning, a chill pierced the air, sending a shudder through Oliver's spine. Shadows danced and elongated, and the atmosphere crackled with tension. Suddenly, a dark presence loomed from the depths, its malevolence palpable. Ilara gasped, her implacable fear evident. "We have to run," she urged, pulling him along the narrow path. As they sprinted, the fog whispered remnants of Ilara's past, intertwining their frantic breaths with echoes of betrayal. Oliver's heart raced, not just from fear, but from an unwavering determination to protect her. He glanced back, feeling the dark entity close behind, its sinister intentions palpable in the murky air. In that moment, he realized their bond was more than a fleeting connection. It was a lifeline. Together, they must confront the shadows to survive and unveil the truth hidden within the fog. The fog thickened as Oliver and Ilara pressed deeper into the enveloping mist. Shadows danced around them, accompanied by whispers that felt strikingly familiar. Suddenly, a dark presence coalesced from the swirling vapor, revealing the face of the betrayer, someone Ilara once adored, brandishing twisted memories like daggers. In that moment, fear gripped Oliver, but Ilara stood resolute, her eyes aflame with anger and sorrow. "You must confront him," she urged, her voice trembling yet fierce. The specter's taunts echoed in their minds, dredging up haunting memories of Ilara's lost dreams and promises broken. Oliver felt the weight of her pain, stirring a courage he didn't know he possessed. Together, they faced the dark entity, and Ilara's anguish met Oliver's resolve, forging an unbreakable bond. With each shared breath, they were reminded of the power of love and the strength found in confronting shadows of the past. Ilara stood at the edge of the fog, her spectral form trembling with uncertainty. "This is it, Oliver. I have to confront them," she whispered, her voice a fragile thread in the thick swirling mist. He felt the weight of her pain and nodded, determination igniting in his chest. Together they stepped deeper into the shadows, where echoes of betrayal loomed ominously. The dark presence coiled around them, whispering hurtful memories, but Oliver gripped Ilara's hand tightly, anchoring her amidst the tempest of emotion. As they approached the source of her anguish, Ilara's resolve hardened. She faced the remnants of her past, confronting the specter of betrayal that had shackled her for over a century. "I forgive you," she declared, her voice steady and clear, each word a dagger piercing the fog. In that moment of catharsis, chains began to shatter, releasing a brilliant light that enveloped them both, heralding the beginning of Ilara's liberation. As the fog began to shimmer with an otherworldly light, Ilara turned to Oliver with an expression of serene acceptance. "Thank you for helping me find my way back," she whispered, her voice a delicate thread woven through the mist. The weight of their shared moments pressed upon them, each memory rich with laughter, sorrow, and understanding. Tears filled Oliver's eyes as he grasped her ethereal hand. Feeling the warmth of their bond pulse between them, "I'll carry you with me always," he vowed, his heart aching with the thought of parting. Alara smiled, a radiant glow brightening her translucent form, as she whispered secrets of hope and love into the fog. Then, like a gentle breeze, she began to fade, leaving behind a luminous aura that danced in the air. As she vanished, Oliver felt a profound sense of peace wash over him, knowing their connection would forever echo in the whispers of Dorrington Lane.